Greg Jennings, get in here, a Super Bowl champ and a multiple-time Pro Bowler.
I know. I'm glad you're here, Greg.
No, she thinks I'm crazy, but I'm watching New England yesterday. Their defense was on the field for 10 more plays than Jacksonville, and New England's defense was roaring at the end of the game. I mean, their secondary was tight on guys. They had a pass rush. I thought Jacksonville late looked a little gassed defensively.
I don't know if they looked gassed defensively. I just thought they got out-game planned the whole second half.
You did?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what New England does. They make in-game adjustments better than any team. They make half-time adjustments better than any team. Think about it. When you're having success, and things are working, and you're up on the champs, your mindset is at halftime, guys, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Right. This is working. The other locker room, Bill Belichick knows that's what you're saying. Guys, they're not going to change what they're doing. We see what they're doing. Let's make our adjustments and now let them play to us and to our tune. And that's what typically happens. And I think that wears on a team because now they go from really punching you to now playing defense.
That's a great point.
Not press. Now they're trying to press, and they're really winning.
You know, Tony Romo made a really interesting comment, and you can talk to this because you know the playbook. Tony said at halftime, he said, listen, Jacksonville's run all their cute play action stuff. He goes, so New England's seen all their little exotics or whatever the word they use. He goes, now it's just football off script. Mm-hmm. He said New England, and it was funny because I thought, oh, that's interesting. So Atlanta dumped out the crate of plays on New England, and then at halftime, okay, we showed them Jacksonville, Seattle in the Super Bowl. They dump out their plays. So at halftime, you know, New England, why does New England not apparently dump out their creative plays? Do they have more plays? They were running trick plays in the second half.
No, I don't think they have more plays. I just think they're creative with the way their formation variation is. When you look, if I'm Doug Peterman and I'm Philadelphia.
Doug Peterson, yeah.
Yeah, Doug Peterson, I'm sorry. Like, formation variation is everything. You are going to run the plays that have gotten you to this point.
Sure.
But now let's make them appear different. Perception is everything. If I'm a linebacker and I see the running back split out, or if I see the running back right behind my tight end, or I see him offside, or I see receiver, I'm a safety or a corner, and I see receivers in different positions, I'm still thinking. What happens is when you don't change your formation variation, when you don't switch the way things appear at the line,
defense gets faster.
They can play without thinking, and you cannot do that against a Tom Brady-led New England Patriots team that's he's going to give them confidence because you know in the back of their minds, okay, they're not going to be able to stop Tom in the offense every single play.
By the way, there's also something to be said. Jacksonville knows what happened to Seattle in the Super Bowl, and they know what happened to Atlanta in the Super Bowl, and now it starts happening to Jacksonville. And I'm sitting there watching that. I thought a huge play was that Miles Jack fumble. Now, that's a 50-50 call. The refs gave it to Jacksonville. I'm sitting at home thinking, whatever the ref initially called, you're not going to be able to overturn it. Had they given it to New England, you wouldn't overturn it. The refs actually end up giving the ball to Jacksonville. And this you could have called this either way. In Jacksonville, people are all worked up. He didn't run for a touchdown. But you could, right there, I'm not sure Deion Lewis doesn't have, but I mean, it's just.
Well, it's a fumble because I was saying this at home. If the ball starts to come out and it hits the ground, it's a fumble because the ball started to it came loose. It was jarred loose. So the only reason why it didn't hit the ground is because it laid in Jack's belly. And so he got up. He should have kept running. He should have. But I thought this play was huge too because.
That's the game. It's the game.
The Patriots were gaining momentum, and they stopped it. They counterpunched it, and it's like, okay, if they can put up points, if they can continue to advance, they got them.
But here's the problem. Jacksonville took this turnover 3 and out.
Yep.
That was the game.
It's like it never happened.
It never happened. So you can complain about what the officials did. What did you make of the pass interference calls? There were a couple of them. Now my takeaway is Jacksonville's very much like Seattle. their whole reputation is we're young, long, fast, and cocky.
Mm-hmm.
New England plays a system. They don't want you to go over the top. I didn't have a problem with that call, did you?
I didn't have a problem with it. And the problem that I did have is with AJ Bouye. You're better than that, man. You've played so much with more confidence all year. It's almost like the Patriots said, okay, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us at what we do best. We throw the football.
Pass interference.
That's pass interference.
Of course it is.
He never turned around. But they kept them honest. I've never seen him play with that much cushion. But what the Patriots were able to do, they kept going vertical, kept posing a threat down the field to make those defenders stay off. So it gave them everything underneath. The Jalen Ramsey PI. I mean, when you're throwing the ball down the field, typically the mindset is, okay, I want to give my guys a chance. If I don't give my guys a chance, hopefully we get a PI. If we don't get a PI, if the worst scenario, it's a long punt. Okay, we don't put our defense in a bad situation. It's just like a punt. But with what the Patriots were able to do, they forced Jacksonville to be honest and to continue playing the vertical passing game, knowing that they're going to hit Amendola across the middle. They're going to keep coming. They're going to get Cooks on the curls and the comebacks.
I got to tell you something. New England, for as great as this defense is, Brady had a lot of time to throw.
Yes.
That right there's a 3rd and 18. I mean, I know Jacksonville is great, but I'm watching this game and I'm like, Brady in the second half had a lot of time to throw.
How many times did you hear Calais Campbell's name?
You didn't. I mean, honestly,
impressive.
Start counting in all these plays we're watching. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 3.5 seconds on a 3rd and 18. Where's the pressure?
The point for me, it's not even about the pressure. The lack of rerouting a receiver when your quarterback is as accurate and is as great as Tom Brady, you didn't reroute them off the line of scrimmage. You didn't disrupt any of their route progression, nothing. So you threw no timing off.
Look at these. I mean, these are 22, 24-yard throws. These are deep routes, comeback stuff. Yeah,
this is 7-on-7 for Tom Brady.
Okay, by the way, let's talk about Minnesota. You played there briefly. You played there for a couple years, and they were getting that skull chant down. I think they blew it. 13-3. Next year they have a first-place schedule. Aaron Rodgers comes back. Jared Goff a second year with McVay. Garoppolo's got Kyle Shanahan. Their schedule next year at New England, at Seattle, at Green Bay, at Philadelphia. I think the Super Bowl window closed for many. Am I nuts?
I don't think you're nuts. Look
at that schedule.
I definitely think that they don't care about who they have to play. Will it be a tough schedule? Absolutely.
Brutal.
But they believe that they're one of the.
Who's their quarterback? Who would you make their quarterback?
That's the concern there.
Okay, they have 3, none under contract.
They have 3, none under contract. I don't think Case Keenum will be their guy.
See, I think, I go back to this. My gut feeling is they wanted to franchise Case Keenum, but it's like, do you pay him $25?
No.
See, I think you go with Bridgewater. He's the kid you drafted.
Absolutely. You're not going to franchise Case Keenum.
You can't pay him $25 million.
You're not going to do that.
So what you do is basically you drafted Teddy. You like Teddy. By the way, with this defense, you don't need Teddy to be Mr. Vertical. Teddy's a smart kid that can make the throws. I always thought to me, Teddy Bridgewater high end was Matt Ryan.
I don't know. I wouldn't even give him Matt Ryan yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
That's the high end.
Okay, I got you. I need to see more from Teddy. But what I will say this about Teddy is because of the way he was able to work back into being able to play, putting himself in position to play, you owe it to him to give him a look. You just do. And the fan base loves – Mike Zimmer loves Teddy. This team loves Teddy Bridgewater. This is their guy, as you alluded to. They drafted him. They wanted him to be in this position to where he could take them to the promised land. And it just hasn't happened.
Well, you couldn't pull Case Keenum out. You
could not. You couldn't do it.
You get trapped as a coaching staff.
This game did it for them.
Yes.
This game did it for them.
Absolutely. No
And
question.
That's what Mike Zimmer wanted. He wanted the game to play out.
By the way, if I just said to you, New England, Philadelphia, Super Bowl, your initial gut feeling is?
New England, Super Bowl champs again. I'm not going to put – hey, look, if I was a betting man, I'm not betting against – although I do believe that the Eagles can beat them. I believe that a lot of teams can beat New England, and it never tends to happen.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.